we just left the first half of the MLK celebration. I have to go change because somebody came to visit early. Not really, but so I'm gonna go change and get ready for the other half of the set. You have my phone, don't you?
Yes.
Alright.
We made it back.
Woo woo. We out here. Literally, your courage can make all those obstacles that you're anticipating, it can make them like almost like, I don't want to say bow down, but make them like maybe fall back. So, you know, like when you're doing something that's outside of your comfort zone, like stopping random people in the museum to say a poem to them, you can think of it as an act of courage. So I think that's an important way to keep the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. alive, is to constantly challenge yourself because their sacrifices meant something. What is the difference between a mountain and a molehill when your body gives out? The Lord's voice bandages our resilience, saying, I am your strength. Where is your light? The one you use to see what is beyond human eyes when the land of the free sends out search parties for justice and peace, only to be left in a nation full of flyers declaring missing. The Lord's voice, thick with empathy, says, I am a just God. Where is your light? Not the blue light blurring your vision. You need your light for living, discerning, loving. Too many times I dialed down the voice of God because I felt an enemy too close for comfort. I heard the hissing of doubt at my heels, but feet were made to stop. And my Lord's voice across his people saying, I didn't come here for peace, but as a sword. My belief in the unseen is a weapon. My faith has perfect vision, like I thrived in 2020 when the world buckled in the face of illness and apathy. Some of us discovered our lights. The light that reveals, it doesn't hide. The light that illuminates the path before us. Shadows cannot touch us no matter how close they creep. We are luminous. Can't you see us gleaming, radiating with confidence and untamed joy? I need you to wield your light. Don't cower. I need you to see with anointed eyes. Focus on where you're going, not where you've been. Your tomorrow's glittering with opportunities. Iridescent prayers blessing the sun of your smile. Have you found your light? The light of the beginning, not the end. I need you to unearth it. Don't bury it, because we have been waiting on you to shine. Thank you. Thank you. You have my phone? I'm gonna plug it up.
Yeah. Did you enjoy yourself?
I enjoyed myself thoroughly. The highlight was when little baby Josiah came up to me and was like, you did so good, and gave me a hug. I felt like I did my job. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I'm glad I did not stress myself out. And I just stuck with what I already had prepared. It was a great experience as a writer. Do you have another question?
Would you be okay with doing the same event again?
Oh, absolutely. I loved it. I thought it was great to engage with so many people in that form. I thought that it was different from other performances. It was really nice too, because there were times when I messed up, but I had an opportunity to redeem myself whenever I had another performance. Also, like, just, that's loud, but also just a tip for other artists, like, if you're performing and you mess up your poem, just remix that thing. Like, that's what I did several times, because it happens. I know for me, I usually get distracted by people's facial expressions, and then that just throws me off for whatever reason. But, you know, you just don't drop your poem. You always remix it.
Would you recommend this event for a beginner?
Yeah. And I say that because I don't think there's any event that's like not for a beginner. I think that whatever opportunity you're presented with is the opportunity you're meant to do, no matter what level you're on. Some people's first show might be, I don't know, on being on stage with Kendrick Lamar. Who knows? And some people's first show might be at their church. And there's nothing like, I don't want to say that it doesn't have different weight, but if it's meant for you, it's meant for you. So yeah, if you get the opportunity, absolutely do it. Don't be scared. Then again, to our left, we have the Boutwell Auditorium, wonderful place. And then again, to our right, we have the Birmingham Museum of Arts, which is where we will be doing our program. For this portion, we will be doing meditation. But I thought it would be wonderful to start with some affirmation as well, because for me, self-care, really, the cornerstone of my personal self-care is the way that I talk to myself, all right? All right, let's get started. Repeat after me. Today, I walk in purpose. Today, I walk in purpose. I am committed to seeing what happens when I do not give up. I am committed to see what happens when I do not give up. Of what I look like, where I come from, and the sacrifices that brought me here. I overcome barriers. I have the work ethic to back up my faith. I make choices that bring me closer to my goals. I surround myself with people who support me. I let go of anything that no longer serves me. Wonderful. So again, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. All right, allow your eyes to close or to remain open with a soft gaze. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Breathing in fully and exhaling slowly. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel your stomach expand on an inhale and relax and let go as you exhale. If you notice any discomfort, pain, or stiffness, don't judge this. Just simply notice it. Observe how all the sensations rise and fall, shift and change moment to moment. You got some good stuff?
Yeah.
It will be tragic if I fail.
I will laugh and come to help you. I will not lie.
You see my face? It's back there.
Yeah.
Did you see what I almost just did?
Yeah, you almost hit them.
Thank God I didn't.
Did you enjoy yourself?
I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I got a little nervous during the Q&A, but they love the affirmations, so that makes me want to go ahead and release the affirmations I already have and then record some more for February. So do you guys feel empowered something? So this is why you're overwhelmed, because this is the process. It's pretty lengthy. I recommend, who was on the writing their book phase? Did you put your shades on? Looking at this? You put your shades on?
Talking like babies, like writing, no, but I can talk it out like on the radio or podcast.
Okay, different medium, I can get that, yeah. Google Docs, and then I had, actually, my process was I had 2 journals as well. And so I did have to go through that compiling phase for you. The sooner you start that, the better, but I understand, or creating a ritual, which we will get into as well, because there's a reason why it's all over the place, because maybe it has something to do with the location you're in, maybe it's the most convenient thing, maybe you actually prefer to actually write your things on paper versus being on a laptop and typing. There's a reason why we do things, and we're getting to that too. So writing. This is my favorite part. And you don't take anything else from here today. I'm gonna give you the rough outline because it's a lot, so I can't go into everything for real deal. Focus on your writing. Your book is not gonna be anything to like. You're not gonna be able to do much of anything else of the goodness is there in the book already. So you're doing the appropriate steps right now. You're thinking about what you want it to be. So then the next is editing things. And I do not recommend writing and editing at the same time. I think it's, in my experience, it's fruitless. I know there are other people who might be different for them. But I find that people get stuck in perfectionism and then they're trying to make it perfect before it's even done. And then like, you're working against yourself at some point. So my recommendation for this is not only do you want to check for, structure, grammar, spelling, tone, you also want to know if your book makes sense. Like give somebody the book who you know is going to give you the business. Give somebody the book who you know if your target audience is. Get a variety. Even for me, when I was giving my book out, my mom hated my book. She was like, "You don't need to put this out here. What is this?" She still don't like my book, and I was like, "Okay." So, but I had friends who were like, "This is what we need to hear right now." So even when you're putting your book out there in that way, it also helps you to emotionally prepare yourself for different reactions in a very low risk way. It's okay for people to not like your book. Your book isn't for everybody. And the people who are rocking with your message, we appreciate and value them.
Hey, Tania.
Hey.
All right, where are we heading today?
So we're headed to Miles College. Today I am giving a talk about Be Gentle with Black Girls, so it's going to be a really good time. We're going to have a panel. Queen, who's in the original panel discussion, is going to be there along with Miss Miles. I think that's the title. If not, I'll correct it later. It's just going to be a wonderful time. I'm going to do a reading. We'll have discussion, change lives. You know what I mean? That's what's happening.
What are you hoping to achieve today?
So today, the main goal is to spread awareness of adultification bias. And if you don't know what the adultification bias is, it's basically when adult behaviors are attributed to young girls. So it was a wonderful research project conducted by a team of highly intelligent women at Georgetown University. So yeah, we're just out here bringing awareness to the adultification bias. So we'll be moving that more speed like possible. How's everyone? Good. Okay, that's a little bit. I guess I'll take it. That's good to hear. My name is Tania Shawn. I am a writer and an author of this book called Be Gentle with Black Girls. It's been an awesome project for me. And since I'm a poet, is it okay if I introduce myself with a poem? Okay. Adulthood ravished my girlhood. Like a relaxer on virgin hair, this world can break you down until you are deconstructed and unrecognizable, and some might even open their mouths to call your deterioration beauty. Did you know that you lose approximately 5 brain cells every time you get a relaxer? Wisen up while you can. There is always someone counting on your insecurities and need for conformity to make you look dumb. The brain doesn't reach full maturity until it's 25 years old, specifically the prefrontal cortex, also known as the decision-making center of the brain. So forgive yourself for the drunken nights, for not understanding that nice men can be nice narcissists, for not believing in your dreams the first time they sparked within you, and on the days when your skin is a minefield of triggers. Breathe. Breathe. You are grown and safe, and your body is the best place to be right now. Your mind is a center for restoration rest. Did you know that the brain has its own cleansing system that's only active when you sleep? Scientists believe that the buildup of proteins left behind by the lymphatic system is the leading cause for Alzheimer's, which is to say, it's the things that keep you up at night that make you forget yourself, forget the people you love most or your favorite songs. You know, I'm so glad to be grown in mind, not just body. Someone once asked me when I first felt like an adult. I was 25, and it tasted like honey and lavender tea in the morning. Praying away the demons in me actually fled, and I was no longer afraid. Thank you. I'm living on my own terms.
Right. And one of the things that I had to learn, especially if you're the first to do something in your family, not even just in your community, is don't let people talk you out of what you know is good for you.
Yeah.
Don't let people convince you that they know more. Like, there's a difference between wisdom and somebody telling you how to live because that's all that they know. And I think being in tune with your own inner voice, the sooner you're able to do that, the better. You'll be able to pick the better partner, because I know similar, like, you guys know this isn't news. Guys will tell you whatever they want you to hear, whatever's gonna make you smile the biggest, whatever's gonna get them to their desired end. But I know for me, discernment is, what are you doing? What are your actions? And you doing interviewing. If I'm really interested, I don't have a lot of time to give. If I'm really interested, I'll do a little investigation. I'm an investigator, okay? I'm asking about you because chances are you're being somebody else special business. But I have my own things that, guidelines for myself and my standard of what is love for me, and so make sure that you have your own standards and you know what those are and you hold on to those for yourself, because at the end of the day, you're the person who's going to have to live with the blessings and the consequences of your decisions.
So, how do you think everything went?
I think it went good. I honestly, at one moment, I felt like I was in church, and I think that's the testament to the space that Candace curated and the conversations we were having. I thought it was really interesting. One of the poems that I almost never read, I read it, and that I feel like that was the poem people were stuck on for real. Like, after I read that poem, it was a wrap. We really got into some deep conversation. So I feel like these young ladies left feeling liberated, and that's what matters to me.
Would you recommend this for our male counterparts?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. We actually, and by we I mean myself and Shekinah, we curated a space for men. Did the men show up? Sort of. It was about a turnout of about 4 men. So we definitely need to work on that area. But I think not for this event specifically. I think we were able to have the discussion that we had because it was all women and everyone felt safe. I think having a space similar to this but focusing on men definitely necessary.
100%.
So I have to call 1-800. We did that. Cause we did that. January was great. That's all I got to say. I enjoyed January. It did not disappoint. 2K23 is giving what it's supposed to give. And I'm just happy to be here. Shout out to my little brother for recording this video. And yeah, if you want to keep in touch with me, go in that little section below. Follow me on all handles. And if you would like to purchase your own copy of Be Gentle with Black Girls, my website is there. And then also a link to purchase the book on Amazon. We have so much in store for this year, and I'm so glad to be sharing this journey with you. Bye.